felt I had absolutely nothing left to offer.
I just started really slow, and it's been nice to see my progress just through fitness and running.
Are we back? We're kind of back. Oh, God. All right. Well, I have to walk on eggshells now. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I have to walk on eggshells now. Let me just go full screen here with this. Yeah, give me a second, cause I now have to. No way. Did I seriously? Really? Okay. Well, I'm not. I don't have the screen up, so that's fine. I have to go through policy training. Oh man, that fucking hurts. Okay. Let me get to my stream manager. Ugh, that blows. That blows hard. Oh, it's just a warning. It's just a warning. So I guess I'll just discuss what's happening. You all can pull that stuff up on another stream. But yeah, I got to go through training now for policy violations. Fuck me. Your live streaming music videos, your favorite artist, permission, simply enjoy. Yes, yeah. Let's do one more. After getting permission. No, this is not. Yes. It's almost like I've done this a million times. Yes, that is a violation. Hey. During a live stream, Jane discovered that many of their subscribers are huge fans of popular science fiction. This is commentary. Don't have permission. What is it? Commentary. What is it? They decided to live stream their favorite scene from the film uninterrupted. Yes, that is a violation. Hey, what do you know? Alright, this film's recent. Marcus decided his channel decided to premiere the film. First film here. Yes. No. Hey. Alright, cool. No, it doesn't happen on Twitch, but that's just how shit goes. This is what is it? During the live stream, she paused the music several times to describe the internet permissions. This isn't a violation. No, this isn't a violation. This isn't a violation of educational context. Yes, that's right. Hey. What do you know? Fair use. Andy runs a channel that's featuring videos of his dog. One day, Andy live streams his dog acting excited and watching a popular video about a clip. Andy thinks it's okay to live stream the uninterrupted scene of the movie because it's not uploaded to the full film. This is a violation. Yes. Wow, it's almost like I've done this before. Close. Oh. We'd love your input. Fuck. No. So what's my channel status? Really? An active community guideline strike? And 90 days of completing. Fuck me. Well, let's. I guess I will watch what's going on here, and I'll just mute the desktop. Where are we at? I lost place. I lost my place. Where are we at now? Can you all can't hear that. Good. Yeah. I had no idea that was a thing that could happen. Oh, God. Return to strikes. Is that it? Content removed. Your content community guideline. You've received a warning. If you take action, you can appeal. If you think you got it wrong. Really? Expires in September? Oh, brother, fuck off. Yeah, I'm back. I had to go through fucking policy changing. So I guess I'll just sit here and describe what's going on. I'll put the background music back on. Apple, you bunch of fickle bitches. Ugh. They're on the Apple Watch right now. Is this the software? Yep. God damn it. You can still upload and post on live streams if it happens again. That sucks. The thing is, I don't know if it was Apple because it was claimed by third party. My wonder is if it was the music in it or if it was Apple. I don't know. Oh, it is. Okay, we're on the Series 11. I missed all of this. Polished titanium cases for the new Apple Watches. I wonder if I can do... I don't want to push it too far. Fuck off, thank you. No, we missed the Apple Watch. I'll have to go over that later when the website goes live. Could be a mix of both. That is possible. Did they really just add an always-on display to the Apple Watch SE? It took them long enough. Can we do like the live vlog shit? I guess not. Oh well, I'm just gonna commentate over it then, because I don't want to get in trouble again. Sorry, guys. We'll have the background music going. I would get the Ultra 3. The Ultra 3 is pretty good. You can play media out of the freaking speakers now. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll see if the appeal goes or if I'm just going to have a active community guideline strike. Or guideline warning. Here, we'll do this. I'm going to do something. I'm going to keep the volume down, but we're going to do a thing here. There you go, everybody. There's a link. We're gonna play some bingo here. I just gotta pull it up. Nope. Okay. There we go. All right. Alrighty. I can share my screen now, and it's just gonna have to stay muted though. Sorry, guys. Where's my... I've got so many things buried. Here we go. This is what I linked in chat. So if y'all want to actually like go and play bingo, we can do that. I'm just gonna pick up where we left off. I know we probably missed a few, but that's fine. Okay. Update to the Apple Watch SE. We do have that. I don't know if we had that or not. AirPods 3 announcement, we got that. Got that. There we go. So satellite connectivity, we don't have that, though this is the Apple Watch 3. Did they say larger design? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Heart rate and monitor. That's actually pretty good. Natural. Yep. Do we get any other colors? Innovate 3D printing. Wow. Like mine's still just natural titanium. That's actually pretty cool. Yet, that's true. Yep. Largest display, biggest battery. Yep, of course, WatchOS 26. Good morning. Oh, yeah, this was a free space. Let me get that. Yep. Oh, Apple Watch. Yep, get satellite connectivity. So nothing close yet. Mm-hmm. Okay. Back to Tim. Make sure everything's doing okay. Yep. Totally neutered the stream. Oh well. Wow. Oh, hypertension monitoring on the Apple Watch. Yep, there's one. Okay. Yep. iPhone's sales percentage. Yep. Oh, recap of liquid glass. Yeah, we had that. All right, I think we're all caught up. Ultra 1 gets cheaper. Yes, it does. Okay. Yep. What is this one? Oh, no. Oh, no, this is a 17. Okay. They've got a 17 up on the screen now. Okay. Yep, 17s look like 17s. Or 16s, rather. Oops. We don't have a whimsical transition. That's kind of unfortunate. And the colors are... there was a green one and a purple one in there. I think we also had like... Oh! Thanks for the subscription, tungsten carbide drill bit. There we go. Lavender, mist blue, black, white, and sage. So basically purple, blue, black, white, and green. 6.3 inch screen, though. Not bad. Okay. ProMotion. Yes. 120 hertz, baby. Woo woo. Seventeen, 16's 2/3 of the way there. Yep. So we need a staggered release and a one more thing, or we need iPhone or Apple HomePod 2.0 and then a design for the camera bump. 3,000 nits. Damn. Did they have that on the previous iPhones? Took them 3 years. Yeah, really. Mm-hmm. Ceramic Shield 2.0. Okay. Or 2. Yeah, they're just going over Ceramic Shield right now. Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice. If they can work on the freaking oleophobic coating, that'd be nice, because that's the thing that always fails on my phone. Reduces glare. What do you want to bet the iPhone 17 Pro has a matte display option like the MacBook Pros? Would have burned out the battery. Yeah, probably. A19 chip. 3! Wow. Okay, 3 nanometer chip. That's actually pretty cool, the 3 nanometer process with, okay. Oh, they upgraded the display driver. 16 core neural engine. Not bad. Yep. Mm-hmm. On-device generative and AI models for languages. 6 core... Ooh, wow. Okay, 6 core CPU, 2 performance, 4 efficiency. Okay, and what's the graphics? 5 core GPU with mesh shading, metal effects upscaling, and hardware accelerated ray tracing. That is... So it's an 80% boost over the 15 Damn. Destiny Rising. Oh, God. Why? That's the example they give. Yep. A19's updated CPU and GPU. And Apple Intelligence mentioned. That's not on my bingo card. Generative AI. Yeah. Oh, there was a bingo thing, though, that we didn't get. Normally, one of the ones was the day and night. My 15s. No, they had the 16 up there. I just didn't read it fast enough, Stormy. They had them both up there. I just didn't read it fast enough. I think it was like a 30 or 30% improvement or something. Yeah. All day battery life. No, they had it up there. I just didn't read it fast enough. They compared it to the 16. I just saw the 15 because that's what I have. Or I have a 15 Pro, but yeah, still. Mm-hmm. Yep, here we go with cameras. Let's see what they got going on. Yeah, we missed out on the 17 by day and 17 Pro by night because they're doing it at night. All of them are night views. Okay. So both cameras have dedicated image processing pipelines, so that's kind of cool. Yep. Still 24 megapixel default resolution, although you can bump it up to an insane 48 megapixels, which we've already had. And yeah. Optical quality telephoto. They basically just gave you a giant sensor and then let you punch in on it and called it optical quality. Yep. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. So, wait, the ultra wide is the 48 megapixel one. What? 48 megapixel ultra wide? Yeah, it's going to be like a 24 megapixel front. That's kind of interesting. $500 billion selfies last year for iPhone users. Big shocker. Yeah, it's... Oh, they put a center stage camera on the front of the iPhone 17. Okay, what is this? 24 megapixel? Oh, wow, they doubled the sensor size for the front. Oh, they did a 1:1 square aspect ratio for the camera sensor instead of a 4:3. Yep. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. You don't have to rotate your phone to do a landscape selfie. You could just do portrait and landscape while holding the phone upright. They kind of did the... which phone did that? I forget which phone there was. There was another phone that did this. Add camera redesign. Yeah. We might as well. Yeah. You can do that if you want. For the spirit of the game, I'm going to leave it unchecked until it's officially announced. That's kind of cool. So you can pick... Oh, it's 18 megapixel resolution. Not 24. Interesting. Yeah, we're getting what? 4... Oh, ultra stabilized selfie video, which just means you lose a ton of resolution when it does that. Google Pixels. Does the Pixel let you do a landscape and portrait mode selfie without rotating it? Did they let you do that? I'll be curious. All right, we're going back to cayenne, my favorite seasoning. 48 megapixel rear. Okay. And the center stage. I'll be curious how center stage handles itself on the move, because like it seems to wig out on the iPad. So I'll be curious if they've improved it for the iPhone. Starting storage 256 gigs. That I was expecting 128. Damn. Huh. It also has an action button. What a surprise. Yep. 30% recycled content, whatever. 6.3 inch display. Yeah, 256 gigs is the starter. That's crazy. Okay, they did it years ago. I didn't know that. It wouldn't have been that many years ago because I have a Google Pixel 6 Pro and it doesn't do that. So, okay. All right, we're back to Tim talking about the advancements with Apple Silicon. Wait on the standard 17. Well, my wife wants it, so kind of got no choice on that one. Yep, here we go. Ultra thin. Bam. Mark it up, baby. Mark it up. Jesus! 5.5 millimeter is the guess. Uh-huh. Yep. So that's... Do we not have titanium for these? So they made this out of titanium. Oh, it's a polished frame. Oh, probably 2 years ago? That's fair. That evoke lightness. What, by just making them as pale as possible? Jesus. Yep, ceramic shield. Uh-huh. Okay, so they're talking about how tough the phone is to just over-encourage people. Is it, though? It's stupid thin. Your iconic plateau. Ugh. I sound like I'm being a dick here, but it's just kind of like, it's a thin phone. Congrats. Yeah, 256 storage is standard. That's pretty wild. Good battery life. Okay, cool. I will believe it when I see it. How does... Yeah. Oh, they put an A19 Pro in it, I assume? Since iPhone Air. Oh, and they made the label out of the Air A. iPhone is the I, R. That's cute. John? Like, of the I variety, or not that John? I assume not that John, since y'all shit-canned him. Or he quit. Got some music playing. Huh. They haven't said the millimeter thinness yet, at least I don't think they did. Oh, that's the Chicago store. Watch him get shot. 5... No! Oh, no! It's 5.6 millimeters! It's 5.6, not 5.5! No! Oh. That's wild. Damn! Speculation models could be shown. Damn. No 5.5 iPhone this year. So close. Shit. Rear camera, front camera, speaker, and Apple Silicon. Wow. He's like, We made enough room for the cameras, the screen, and the processor that runs it. Your stringent bench strength requirements, when did those start? Yep, more durable. Of course it is. I gotta say, I know you all are probably watching it on your own, but doesn't it feel, if you're watching this, doesn't it feel like they're really trying to like emphasize the durability of this phone because they know people are nervous about thin iPhones? Yep. Oh, a different Tim on the other side of Chicago. Maybe? Yep. It's brave to do this in Chicago at night. Bending test norms. Yep. Yep. A19 Pro. Okay. Tim Allen. Not that Tim. Okay, 6-core CPU on the Pro, which still only has 2 performance cores, but I guess that makes sense on a phone. 4 efficiency cores with 50% last level cache. Neat. Talk about the battery life. Talk about the battery life. Okay. Another 5-core with a 5-core GPU with dynamic cache with unified image compression. Okay. Fancy words that I don't understand. Oh, they've engineered so much of the GPU around AI is what he's saying. Does this... Yeah. Talking about moving it forward with... Oh. So they put neural accelerators in the GPU. Did they do that the last time? MacBook Pro levels of compute. Fuck off. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Wireless connectivity now. Oh, we're getting the C1... We're getting the C1 modem. N1. Damn it! I was so ready to write it. Oh, and Thread. Okay, that's pretty cool though. So it has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and then it uses Thread. Yep. So I assume they had to do this. I assume that they had to do this so that way they could, like, actually... Oh, there's the modem, C1. Yes, they did do C1. Okay. Expands to more iPhone models. No! Oh, they did C1X. Oh, so they didn't use C1 in this. They used N1 and C1X. Damn it. Yeah, 21. Hagerstown Adoption Center, you make them, we take them. How can I help you? Would you like to make a donation? He hung up. All right, cool. Let's see what this camera is. Can't wait for them to release the C4 modem. 48 megapixel, and then they're going to do the optical quality zoom for 2x. Yep. Photonic engine for the 2x, even though it's one camera. Mm-hmm. I just realized you all can't hear the background music anyway because I had to mute the desktop audio. Oh, well. Well, thanks for swinging by anyway. Model router released. I want next-gen airport routers. I really do. iPhone 21 has C4. It's going to be the second phone to be banned from flying on planes, right behind the Galaxy Note 7. They're talking about this thing like it's got multiple cameras. Brother, it's one camera. Oh, hey, my lucky cat is waving. The new Bright style. Oh, God. They're selling in other markets where this is like an important thing. Another center stage front face camera. So they're just putting this square camera sensor in everything, which I have no problem with. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, are they doing dual recording? Yeah, okay, cool. Samsung had that. They're introducing dual recording, so you can record your reaction and the content in front of you, which we've seen on Samsung, I think, for two or 3 years officially now, but you could always do it with like other tools. Dolby Vision 4K 60, audio mixing, 24 megapixel by default for photos. They got the camera control button on the side. Yeah. What did we get? Why are they talking about eSIMs? Yeah, they moved to eSIM a couple years ago. Why do they gotta disparage the fucking SIM card, dude? They called it an antiquated piece of plastic. I'm going to have to be doing that soon. They're talking about setting up eSIMs for travel. Yep. I can just hop between. So how many SIM cards does it support, brother? Yeah, I know they're talking about eSIM coverage is available globally with a ton of options. eSIM only. Oh, that's their big push. eSIM only worldwide. Because my wife's, or I should say my sister-in-law, she's got a 15 Pro like I do, but it still has a SIM tray in it. What's the battery life? Okay. It looks like everything's packed up into the camera bump. Yeah, adaptive power modes. Yep, adaptive power mode. Okay. They're talking about the intelligent battery saving whatever. All day battery life. What does that mean, though? Yep. They're not giving us a number. They never will. Some new accessories, though. What do you want to bet? Fine Woven Part 2. I don't think they're going to try Fine Woven again. They did a thin one of these. They did a thinner one of these. Now you give us battery life. 40 hours of playback with the battery bank. That means that the battery life is going to be much lower. Pulling a Nintendo there, yeah, no kidding. I bet you could still use this. You could absolutely still use this. Not that you'd want to. Frost and Shadow for their cases. They're making an iPhone 4 bumper! They're making an iPhone 4 bumper, and they color matched it. Oh my god, I would laugh at the crossbody strap thing, but my wife uses that, and like so does her entire family. That's a big thing in Asian countries. They brought back the bumpers. Oh man, that's hilarious. All we get is all-day battery life and 40 hours of battery life with the included thin MagSafe battery bank. Oh, boy. All right. Yep. Of course it is. Thank you, Tim. Yep, they're going to beef up the Pros now, so let's see what we get for the Pro models. Build the most Pro iPhone yet, and they started. It's going to look the same, brother. All right, we're on to the 17 Pro. And we get some sort of, like, spoken thing. It's going to be made of aluminum. They're going to switch from titanium to aluminum. Yep. Aluminum. Aluminium. No more titanium iPhones. It was nice while it lasted. Unless I want the Air. Yep. Oh, we got the orange. There's our orange, baby. Woo! And, of course, the redesigned iPhone camera bump. All right, so we either need one more thing. No, well, we can't do this bottom one. So we just need a 2.0 version of the HomePod. HomePod Mini. And the battery. Biggest battery. Yep. Yay, Agent Orange iPhone. Yep. New Pro camera system. I'm going to say 48 megapixels on every camera because they're going to record in 8K. The A19 Pro. Yep. Here they're talking about the heat. They designed a new thermal system. Oh, they went to aluminum probably for its heat dissipation properties. Yep. It looks like a... Thanks for the subscription. It literally looks... This thing literally looks like a safety item, like a safety design. Like, boom! It's a bright orange. I don't know what I'm going for here. Like, I'm trying to describe it. It looks like what you... Yeah, the orange looks like what you'd see on, like, one of those Caterpillar phones. Like one of those industrial work phones. The new 21 comes with Agent Orange and C4. Damn, Stormy. A striking new design. All right, Jaws is going to tell us all about it now. Let's go. Doom, 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 doom. All right, cool transition to, it looks like New York. Yeah, that's New York City. They're going across the Brooklyn Bridge, and nobody's been shot yet. Oh, and there's the new corner Apple store out there as well. I think that's New York. Yeah, it's New York. All of them were at night. The 17 and the 17 Pro. So day by night, nothing. What else we got? We got reverse wireless charging. We've got the weird... Oh! Yeah, the thermal management thing. He's talking about thermal management. Yeah. So the camera bump and the body itself are actually all aluminum, and they left a hole in the back for glass for MagSafe and, I assume, reverse wireless charging. Deionized water. Yep. So they're talking about the vapor chamber now. Yep. I'm sure they're going for higher sustained performance. So it's all forged aluminum except for aerospace grade aluminum alloy. Bro, it's an aluminum chassis. Don't church it up. Yep. They went for greater thermal conductivity over titanium. That's why they did it. Yeah, they went for a lighter feel, because that's the whole reason they went with titanium instead of stainless steel before. So I guess they just didn't want to go back. Yep. Silver. No. Oh, fuck. They didn't bring a black. There's no black option. And they've got the forged plateau, which is where they probably packed the antennas. Yeah, they packed a lot of the components up top there. No black. Literally just blue, silver, and Agent Orange. Yeah, the first time it's ever been. That's a good point, Stormy. That's a good point. It's the most expensive iPhone with 6-core GPU this time, by the way, for the new chip. Yeah, first time in a long time since we've had an aluminum phone that's cost the most. More memory. Is he just going to throw that out there? What do we have for RAM? 40% better sustained performance. Yep. Gaming, photo, video editing, and Apple Intelligence. I'm so over Apple Intelligence. Google really showed what smartphones can do with the AI stuff, and yet they, people are still going to go for the iPhone, and Apple could have done so much more, but whatever. 32 gigs of RAM, I doubt it. I'd say it's like 12 or 16 maybe. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. It's a full aluminum chassis with glass. Oh, they're using ceramic shield for the back, which is just harder glass. Okay, 4 times more resistant to cracks. We'll see. Glass is glass and glass breaks. Yep, more ceramic shield on the front. Okay. I talk smack about that, but I've dropped my iPhone so many times, and it looks perfectly fine. Back to the iPhone 5 days. No, because we still have wireless charging. Okay, anti-glare. Yep, 5,000. Maybe. Best battery life ever. They're just not going to tell us the battery. There was no physical SIM in the... I guess they had to make space for it, and therefore it had to be the same across all units. 39 hours of video playback without a battery bank. All right, we're talking about photos now. Yep. What video and photo quality are we taking? Yep. What do we got? All right, we're talking to Patrick now about the cameras. I'm kind of curious because like the 15 Pro and Pro Max are like the best versions. So like, oh, wait, we can do iPhone Plus was discontinued. We don't have a 17 Plus. So we just need a 95-minute runtime and a HomePod 2.0. Each camera, what do we have? 18 megapixel center stage. Yep. So the front camera is center stage for everything. Yeah. That is actually going to be pretty useful for, I'm sure, for a lot of camera systems, or for a lot of live streamers with iPhones. 48 megapixels on all three. Hell yes. All three are Fusion cameras. Interesting. Okay. So 48 megapixels across all of them, and they're all Fusion. Okay. .48 megapixel Fusion telephoto. Okay. iPhone gets a 48 megapixel telephoto camera. 8x zoom. Not bad. Optical quality zoom. Okay. Tetraprism telephoto. What is that name? Okay, so yeah, we get a 48 megapixel camera with 8x optical quality, which probably means that it's still going to like cap itself out at 25x because it's going to look horrible if it goes that far. Yeah, so we're talking 4x 100 millimeters. Yeah, 100 millimeters is good for portrait. Yeah. Freezing motion. Yeah, the 48 megapixel is actually going to be pretty nice to have on all the lenses. 8x 200 millimeter. I don't think the depth of field is going to work without a portrait mode, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, so they're basically right now just talking about all of the like fancy camera tricks they're doing. So it looks like the chip now is really focused on things like demosaic and denoising. So in low light you can get a clearer image. 40x zoom for photos. Holy crap, I was wrong. That 40x zoom is going to look like noisy ass. Yeah, 8x zoom is fine because you're not losing resolution at 12 megapixels, but goddamn, 40x. Wild. We're going to go to the website and look at this when we're done. Oh, they're just showing off photos now, which, like, yeah, these are pretty impressive photos, though, I will say. Like, it kills me. Having gone to college to learn photography, it's like being able to get these photos on a phone when, like, I had to spend literal thousands on camera equipment. My dad is like rolling in the grave he's not in because he was a professional photographer for years with tons of expensive camera equipment. My dad's alive, but still losing his shit over this, I'm sure. Yeah, they're talking about how you used to have to do this with professional camera systems. Fuck you. Dolby Vision HDR, 4K 120, ProRes, log, and Aces. The Aces is actually pretty wild. That's a massive, massive jump in terms of video. They're bringing pro video features to the iPhone again. What do we have now? ProRes RAW. Okay, that's actually a big deal. They're putting ProRes RAW on these. I already record in ProRes. ProRes RAW is going to be a big deal. Because you can change ISO afterwards. Yep. Wait, were they doing RAW before, or were they doing just... No, they were just doing ProRes, not RAW, because you can go in... Yep. You can do ProRes RAW. Yeah, you can change ISO, you can change color temperature. Genlock. What are they talking about? Genlock. That's not something I'm familiar with. Oh, it's for a multiple array of cameras. So if you happen to own 20 iPhones. Oh my God. Yeah. They made a Blackmagic dock so that you can lock these cameras together and do basically like the Matrix style movement. You can do bullet time with like not even four. You can do bullet time with like $20,000 worth of iPhones. Tech woven. Are we calling this Fine Woven 2.0? Yep. Are we calling this, can we call this Fine Woven 2.0? Tech woven? Because Fine Woven was ass. Yeah. They didn't bring back leather, though. Third-party docks, yeah. Crossbody strap. I'm going to call that Fine Woven 2.0 because there's no way we're getting this top one. So we got nothing vertically. Yep. And there's two sizes. Yep, 6.9 and 6.3 inch. Yep. So vapor chamber, 48 megapixel. No 8K recording. That kind of sucks. So we're still... I mean, I don't care too much about the 8K thing, but like... With that crazy of a resolution bump on these phones, you would expect some kind of, you'd expect some kind of crazy res bump, video res bump, but no such luck. And now they're showing off the iPhone in like all these insane, extreme scenarios, which also, if you get an iPhone Pro now, it is highly recommended, at least I would recommend that you get a case for it, because aluminum is going to scratch much more easily than titanium. I don't care if they say, "Oh, it's it's our strongest aircraft grade custom, hyper diaper, blah blah blah." It's still not going to be like that scratch resistant. And they're just showing off the iPhone in all of these different extreme scenarios for filming. I appreciate the filming aspect for these phones, but nah, not like that. Also, no reverse wireless charging. No reverse wireless charging. How long? $7.99. Yep. $9.99. Okay. iPhone 17 Pro is $10.99, and then it's $12.99 for the Max. Ugh, that sucks. 8K would melt, possibly. You can get an iPhone Pro at up to 2 terabytes. Yep. Okay. $599 for 16E, $799 for the iPhone 17, $1,000 for the... Okay. Pre-orders Friday, available September 19th. I'm going to call that a staggered release. They're doing like the whole, oh, it's the biggest deal for iPhone. I think that's it. I think that's going to be it. Not a 2.5 terabyte. Yeah, apparently not. Do we get a one more thing? I don't know if we get a one more thing. Take out the 3G chip and install a storage adapter for the micro SD. You can do that with a standard, by the way. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay. And change the world. Of course, he's got to throw that. Thank you very much. We didn't get a single fucking bingo. Damn, wait a minute. No, we might get one. We might get one. We might get one. Hold on. No. We didn't get it. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. 74 minutes, not 95 minutes. So no revert. We didn't get a single bingo. Damn it. All right. Let's see if I can go to Apple's website without getting a community guidelines strike. I'm sure we can. All right, let's take a look. Oh, it hasn't refreshed yet. It hasn't refreshed yet. Nope, we're still on the 16s. Whoopsie daisy. Let me go ahead and close this. I don't give a shit. What, are you asking me if I want to save this? No, I don't want to save it. No, I don't want to save it. Fuck off. There we go. Let's keep refreshing. There it is. There it is. All right, let's take a look at all this shit. All right, actually, before we get into this... Oh, actually, they kind of redesigned the layout for it. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that, actually, that cleaner look. All right, let's take a look at the watches first, because that was the big one. So we did watches. Wait, did they do... Okay, no. We're doing smallest to biggest. So we're doing AirPods. Boom, AirPods. The newest ones. AirPods 4. If I go to buy. Fuck you. All right. So... No, that's AirPods 4. AirPods Pro. There we go. There we are. Whoopsie. Pre-order. Okay, never mind. Let me go down. So they got the listening experience. Do they... Ooh, can they... Is it going to tell me... Is it going to tell me what the languages are? What was that, number 5? It's going to be available, supports English, French, German, Portuguese, and Spanish. Okay. No Chinese. So it's not going to be helpful for me until that comes out. We have studio quality audio. All right, that's whatever. Take a closer look. Sound quality. I do like the fact they beefed up the drivers and let them breathe better because that's a big deal. H2 chip, which not even the AirPod Maxes got. Fit and feel. They improved the fit of the headphones by making them a little smaller. Neat. The heart rate sensing. We saw that in the Beats. I want to say it was the Beats Fit. Is that what they're called? Beats by Dre. I think that's what they were called. Power Beats, not Beats Fit. Power Beats. Yeah, these basically... Yeah, these were essentially Apple's test bed for this. Beyond costs, we'll see what it costs. I don't think the store's up yet. Nope. Let's see. Dirt and sweat resistant. That's fine. Touch controls. Nothing's changed. Charge case. Charge case looks the same, actually. Let's see. Charge case is... Yeah, probably the same. Although I'm still rocking the old ones that have lightning on them because I just use the MagSafe charger, which is funny because you can use this as a MagSafe charger, and I've done that in the past, so that's kind of fun. Okay. Best thing you've never heard. You know, you can give Apple shit for a lot of things, but I do love their little like snappy one-liners on their pages. That's kind of funny. So we got 4 times more noise canceling, which is impressive, but also kind of expected considering the age of the first gens. The sound of science. Yeah, talking up their H2 chip and the custom design earpieces. I've never used personalized spatial audio, and I've never used I'm not going to stream boo. Can you not advertise on my chat stream, please? Thank you. I mean, it's just Twitch, so it's fine, but like maybe don't do that. Yep, the heart rate sensor. So this is just going into more detail about the stuff we already know about. So pre-orders. There we go. How much? What is my price? They're still $250. Actually, that's not bad. They're still $250. I'm actually kind of surprised. So $250 for a $250 for a brand new set of AirPods. And what is the engraving cost? It doesn't cost anything. Yeah, okay. Credit where it's due. They kept them the same price. I can appreciate that. They kept them at the same price. Okay. All right, let's go to the watches. So we have the Series 11 first. And I don't know what they really did because I was busy getting a community guidelines strike at that point. So we have the hypertension. So I'm definitely not buying a new Apple Watch because it'll tell me that right away. Sleep score. So it's doing what Pillow has done for years now. A proper 24-hour battery life. 250 big. What's the catch? You know, I don't think there's a catch in the case of the AirPods because they know that people will just buy AirPods, period. So I feel like they know that people are just going to, hey, we're replacing the AirPods, 2s with the newest AirPods. So like people will just be like, I'm just going to buy AirPods Pros because I want AirPods Pros. They know they're going to sell. Dude, I went through a high-speed rail station as well as a metro station, 1, 2, 3 airports in my flight back from Taiwan, and every single one of them had an electronics store, and every single one of them were packed with AirPod Pros. A glass display that's 2 times more scratch resistant than the Series 10, which, like, my dad, my dad has an SE of some kind, and that thing's been beat to hell. What does it say? Oh, the fitness boosters, whatever. 5G on those. That's actually pretty cool. They're putting 5G on these, which is neat. Finishes. What do we have? So we got rose gold, silver. Oh, they brought back jet black. Anybody for the iPhone 7 Plus with jet black? Pack charge station. Yeah. Space gray, which looks like silver light. Natural titanium. Gold titanium. Slate titanium. Sleek design. I didn't realize this, actually. They're not going to show it here, I'm sure. I didn't realize that they had replaced the speaker slits on the Apple Watches with speaker grills. Yeah, look at that. They got speaker grills, not speaker slits. I think the Series 10 already had that. I might have, not sure. There's no way I could possibly look that up myself. Durable ION-X displays. They're still using ION-X glass, water and dust resistant. Wow, same as before. What a concept. Oh my god. Okay, cool. The hypertension thing, the sleep score, better measurements. The better measurements thing is kind of nice. Like, that does piss me off when I, like, go to the gym and, like, it sometimes gets it right. I'm hoping I do like the refresh. I've been using watchOS 26, and I do like the refresh they did to some of the designs. But also, it kind of gets a little irritating when, like, it's supposed to know that you're starting something and it never does, or it thinks you're doing something. Yeah, that's the other thing, is sometimes it'll do like, oh, I think you're doing this. Is this right? And it's like, I haven't been going on a 15-minute walk, brother. I've been driving with my hand out the car window. So yeah, I guess 5G might have been a big thing. Maybe they didn't have 5G on the previous one. I think, what am I on? I think I'm on the latest beta for watchOS 26. It's checking. It's taking a while to check, so maybe not. The wrist flick thing is so dumb. Like, I don't care enough to, like, people. I told somebody that I was like, I don't get the wrist flick thing. So people are like, well, you can just enable it with accessibility on your Apple Watch. I don't care enough because it's such a gimmick anyway. So we got $399 for aluminum, and if you want to cosplay as a titanium Apple Watch wearer, you can get the slate, or not slate, jet black, and then titanium is $700. God damn. So yeah, $399. Do they have the sizes still? They do. Okay, good. So we'll do this. We'll do it in slate gray. We'll do 46. That's actually pretty nice. $430. GPS only, $100 if you want to get cellular, and you can do a rubber watch band, a textile watch band, or stainless steel if you want to scratch your aluminum watch with its own band. Okay, let's take a look at the Series Ultra. I don't know why I called it a Series Ultra. Can I go back? Thank you. Oh, that's right, they did an SE3, which is $250. The fact you can get an Apple Watch for the same cost as a pair of AirPods is actually kind of impressive. I gotta concede, that's pretty cool. 700 starter pack edition. Oh, yeah. Wait, do you have shiny? No. See, they call that midnight. That should be space gray or like midnight blue. Midnight. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Motion sensors. Wow, motion sensors. Oh my god. I'm giving it shit because why not? 50 meters, allegedly. What else? Heart rate monitor. I mean, this, I'm giving them shit, but like, let's be real, okay? 44 or a 40 millimeter watch. The fact that you can get a 40 millimeter, like if you want, oh my god, it's only $280 for a 44. Okay, so if you want something that functions like a watch and then has Fitbit capabilities without having to be tied to a fucking Fitbit subscription, that is big. That is big. That, like, $500 or $600 and you can get yourself a pair of AirPods Pros and a 40 millimeter Apple Watch. And I think, if I saw correctly, didn't they include... Isn't the new display... I think the new display is always on, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, always on. So now, you can have an always on Apple Watch for $250. Like, that is actually, like, for Apple, that's a big move. Because always on displays have been, like, the premium Apple Watch's big get. And then I assume they improved the Nikes. What are the Nikes now? Oh, these are just the bands. Okay, never mind. Ultra 3. Still $800. Still. It has GPS capabilities. It has the running companion function. It has 42 hours of battery life, which the previous one also did. The first gen kind of did. One of the largest, most advanced Apple Watches. Display emits more light at a wider angle. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Hypertension. Oh, high blood pressure. So this does have... Oh, no, that's the hypertension thing. Never mind. And the sleep score. Neat, same shit. Display. Wide-angle OLED with LTP of 3. Bigger battery. I assume faster charging. 72 hours in low power mode is actually nothing to scoff at, though. I'll give them that. Durability is built to last. I will say the only thing that has scratched the casing on my Apple Watch was my buddy's granite countertop. That's the only thing that scratched it because it's a rough finish on the bottom. And I was reaching up for something and it just went boop and scraped it. And I was like, I looked at it. He's like, did it actually scratch your watch? I'm like, dude, I have left like scratches in my car's engine block while working on things under the hood wearing my watch, and your countertop scratched my watch. Like, what the hell? Okay, so same 40 meter, what is it? Scuba diving to 40 meters, but what is the actual depth? What is the depth? 40 meters. Okay, yeah, that's still water resistant up to 100 meters, which is like dive watch territory. My dive watch was a 200 meter depth. So it's 100 meters off, which is nothing to scoff at. 100 meters is a lot, but yeah, it's 200. It's 100 meters off from what I had before. That's a new watch band. That's a new watch band. That looks like the one that I desperately need to replace because I've switched back over to the to the other one. 5G on this as well. I would hope so for the price, considering you brought it to the other ones. Nothing else super crazy here. Workout Buddy, some media playback, whatever. 35 hours on GPS, 14 hours. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So these are low power figures here on one side. 72 hours on low power mode, normal use. 35 hours of low power mode, normal use with GPS and heart rate readings. Same specs, but 42 hours and 14 hours with the regular use, not in low power mode. Gotcha. Satellite communication on the go. That's actually pretty sick. All around champion, whatever. I don't care. Did we get a new watch face? I didn't. That's like one of the things every time they launch one of these new ones is like a new watch face. Oh, okay, that is the new watch face. No, not the hypertension thing. Yeah, okay, that's the new one. So what is that watch face? I must know. Take me back to the top. So that's like a... What is that? Like a routines watch face? Yeah, we got a routines watch face with the time in the middle and then compass directions. I still use the traditional looking one. Like that is the Apple watch face to me, period. So let's see what we can build. So it's 49 millimeters. There is no smaller size. There never will be because they're always going to make this thing a 49 millimeter monster. We've got the Alpine Loop everybody knows and loves, and I have, and they don't make in the military style green anymore, which kind of sucks. Trail Loop, which they don't make with the orange tab anymore, which also sucks. That's like my favorite one. Ocean Band, which I also have. I have all three. Don't judge me. Yay, a hypertension one. Yeah. And then this. Oh, okay. Titanium Milanese, which takes you up by $100. Wait, is that all that band? Really? That band only costs I say only, but like, for real though. You buy a titanium Milanese loop, and yet it only adds $100. But the other Milanese loops that you would get for the Apple Watches were always like $200+ bands. Like, I'll be curious how much that costs on its own. And then when you pick the band size, whatever. I'm not bothering with a trade-in. So $8.99 for Milanese, $7.99 for the standard, whatever. All right, cool. Back. Let's go to the iPhones. And now we get to the fun shit. So let's do the 17s first because my wife wants this one. They're finally getting cheaper. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open this in a different tab. I don't think we can. Stormy. So they discount. Oh, I can unmute my desktop and play some background music for y'all, so it's not just me rambling with no sound. There we go. So, yeah, it's $200 if you buy it separate. So if you want that Milanese, boy, you better spend that extra $100. You better spend that extra $100 and slap that Milanese on there when you buy that shit, and then, because then you just got to swallow the $100 price tag for Ocean or Trail or Alpine. And if, why? Oh my God, why? Why? Oh my God. It's hideous. And it gets worse in the other colors, and you're going to charge $450 because it's Hermes, the Blue Nuit, the Titanium, and the Orange Minmer. God damn. Pretty sure there's a watch band that costs $1,000. You bite your fucking tongue. Seriously, there's no way. There's one that's $550 with a hole in it. Is it leather at least? There's no way they made it out of leather. Why is it blue? Go away. No, it's not leather anymore. It's a scuba diver's band with circular porthole-like cuts. The Agent Orange Meh. It's rubber! $550 for rubber with titanium clasps. I can have my wife go on to fucking Shopee and buy this for $20. No, it's ultra fine woven. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my God, these watch bands. I really hope there's not $1,000 watch band. There's no way. $350 for the Link. Oh my God. These bands, the black solo loops, I've never been able to like use one of those because they never fit right. $450 for Hermes, $550 for Hermes. Holy shit! Oh, Stormy. Holy crap. What? It doesn't even fit the watch width. And it's not made for the Ultra, it's made for the standard. Oh my God. Oh. Thoughts on the Pro Max? We're about to hop into the Pro Maxes, so I was just admiring Apple's highway robbery. Oh man, is there any more? $350. They're all $350. Okay. The Hermes steel one is the worst. So we're getting into the iPhones if you want to stick around, Castaway. So we got the iPhone 4 Magic Chromatic as opposed to multi-chromatic, in which case you use your phone at night. Anyway, that was multi-chromosomal, not multi-chromatic. Anyway, I make offensive jokes here sometimes, so I hope I don't hurt anybody's fifis, and if I do, get some stronger fifis. All right, 120 hertz promotion display. Sorry, I've had to give so many shits about my child that like I give no shits about anything else anymore. Yeah, I'll be curious what the 17 Pro 2 terabyte costs. So this is actually cool. I actually really like this center stage thing because the fact that they've made. Let's just go straight to the cameras. I don't need to look at the highlights. I want to look at the camera system. So they have put this center stage camera on the new iPhones. And so, no, I don't care about dual capture. I also don't care about ultra stabilization. The fact that they use a a square sensor for center stage is kind of cool because it gives you a lot of that flexibility, which, as somebody pointed out, I think Jonathan might have. Yeah, they have center stage square sensors. Or not center stage, but they've used square sensors in other phones. But I still think it's kind of cool. I like the fact that it's here now on the iPhone. Compare iPhone cameras. Yeah, so they've got 48 megapixels on both cameras for the iPhone 17, which my wife will be happy about. A single sensor on the Air, and then 3 48 megapixels. Wait, the 2 terabyte? No fucking shot. Yeah, okay, you got a lot of zoom options with these. Okay. 48 megapixel dual is pretty cool for the 17. Like I said, my wife will be happy about that. The power player energy expert. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll finally get to see some proper benefit. Oh, actually, this is a perfect comparison with the 17 because my wife's going from a 13. So it's 50% faster, 2.1 times faster GPU, which I can actually believe, and 11 more hours of playback. Coming from the 15, 40%, 80%, 10 more. That's not bad. The battery life thing actually seems kind of impressive for, at least for these phones. Yeah, and then you got the generative AI bullshit. I do like liquid glass, though. I'm probably one of the weird ones. I like liquid glass. You're going to love the... I'm not getting a 2 terabyte. I can plug in a 2 terabyte via USB-C, but I'm terrified. Oh, look, it's a Saab broken down on the side of the road. You know what that's called? Owning a Saab. Anyway, let's get up to... So GPS tracking, that's all the same shit. Yeah, so I mean, you know, this is actually perfect. I'm just gonna copy paste this and send it over to my wife because it's exactly what she'd be wondering and what she's asking. So there you go, honey. It's perfect. It's 2 a.m. almost 2. It's 2:30 in the morning for you right now, but I will send this your way. She might actually really like that carrying strap. Let me open this in a different tab so I don't lose this place. Tech woven. How does this thing connect? Like, how does it actually hook to the phone? Do they leave? Oh my god, they put lanyard holes in it, didn't they? Hey, thanks for subscribing, Gafar. Jafar's challenged brother. All right, let's see here. They put... Yep. It's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. Okay, so they put holes in it. I cannot see that being durable. Like, I genuinely... Like, I trust Apple cases more than most, although I do prefer third-party for, like, you know, things that don't look like they were clinically designed. But, like, the only ones that I would trust would be, like, yeah, this. I would trust this because you're actually getting, like, a hard case. What is it? The Ultra with the green neon strap looks... Really? Where did you see that? Are you talking about the watch or the phone? Oh, Trail Loop. Yeah, $20 case. Yeah, $20 cases have these. You are correct. Although this, tech woven. I'm going to have to make a tech woven case video. I know I'm going to have to. Because I made a video talking about fine woven, and I ripped fine woven to shreds. Like, there are stains on my MagSafe chargers from my fucking stupid fine woven case. I think I have it somewhere. Hold on, I think it's easily accessible. Because I like took it off my phone and then I never touched it again. No, oh god damn it! It fell behind my dresser and I'm not moving it. No, I went with this. I opted for this case when I travel because it's designed to look like the classic iMacs. I have one of those in Bondi blue and one of them in black. All right, cool. So you said check out. All right, we're gonna go on a little side quest here because Castaway wants me to look at the neon. Okay, that actually looks. Are you talking about this, the dive one? That actually does look pretty mean. I'm kind of. Can I do black though, and then Alpine Loop? Oh no. Ocean Band. You're talking about this? I don't know. It's kind of mean. It also looks kind of goofy. Bonsai Buddy Blue. Oh God. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's log in and finish this up. Let's take a look at the Air next. Our thinnest iPhone ever, 5.6 millimeters, which what was the thinnest iPhone before? I'm pretty sure the thinnest iPhone before was the 6. Is called Trail Loop. Did I miss it? Oh God, don't show that. I might get another community guideline strike. You talking about the green you talking about the green trail loop? Which green trail loop? This one? Ooh, actually. Yes. Yeah, no, you're right on that one. You are right on that one. That's pretty good. All right, I want to see, though, the thinnest iPhone. I want to say the thinnest iPhone was either the 6 or the 6 Plus. I think it was the 6. 6 was... do we get dimensions here? I thought we did. Dimensions. 0.27... 6.9 millimeter. So 6.9 millimeter. The 7. Actually, let's do the 6S. I think the 6S was thicker. Yeah, it was thicker. 7. 7? Let's see. 7.1 again. Okay, they might, that might be it. The 6 was probably the thinnest. Oh boy. Well, I'm curious actually now. So this is the thinnest iPhone they ever made. Let's just pull the Band-Aid off, look at pricing. '17 Air is not called the 17 Air. Is it really just called the Air? No fucking shot. It is. It's just called the iPhone Air. I thought it was the 17 Air. Oh, okay. Well, let's do the fancy blue color. Let's do a terabyte. So that's $1,400. You know what though? Like, I can talk shit about Apple. I can praise Apple all day long. I can drink straight out of the Apple Kool-Aid box. But the fact that starting storage for the 17, the Air, and the Pros is all 256 is actually a pretty big thing. I appreciate that. It's just called the 17 Air. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm kind of surprised. All right, I'm actually curious about something. I'm gonna pull my phone off my. You all can look at the badass looking the badass looking picture there. What do I get for my Pro Max? Do I have to enter my? Oh, I don't have to enter my serial number. So I get $520. And I'm buying the phone unlocked because I gotta go overseas. I'm just buying the phone straight up. So I get $520 going towards I guess my phone or my wife's phone or one of them. I don't know. Are any of these? None of these are pre-orders, are they? No, these are all price views. Cool. And if I do buy, no carrier, Apple Care, I will do monthly coverage. All right, well, so if I built one to my spec, it would end up running me $480 after trade-in. Not bad. $1,000 though, that's not bad. I will give them props on that. So what I'm curious about though is they showed off a lot of stuff with the battery. I want to see if they do a cutaway of it. Yeah. The center stage. I want to see if they do a cutaway of this phone because I'd be curious how much stuff is actually packed up into that camera bump. Because they showed it like there was mostly things just packed up into the camera bump. And I also like the fact that the iPhone, you can only pre-order on the 12th. Oh, well, I'm going to be pre-ordering everything. Because I got to pre-order one for my wife, my sister-in-law, and then me. Because I'm going to be buying those for them because they're cheaper here than they are in Taiwan. Yay! For my first iPhone is 1 terabyte. Oh boy. I'm curious though. So they went with this plateau design on the Air and the Pro, but on the Air it's glass and on the Pro it's aluminum. That's kind of an interesting choice. Yeah, the camera is just a single 48 megapixel sensor. Latest generative photographic styles. Whatever. So what does the N1 chip do again? What was the N1 chip? Yeah, what is Apple's N1 chip? I don't remember. Custom M1 chip. So it's just for networking. It's literally a wireless networking chip. So they could probably put this into a modem. Say goodbye to your bank. Brother, that's what the Apple Card's for. Plus, her sister's going to be paying me for the phone. So, like, I'm just buying them now because it's cheaper to get them here, and we would get them earlier than they would in Taiwan. And what's funny is I was fully anticipating the whole, like, oh, well, we're going to have to get ones with SIM cards because Taiwan's not going to do eSIM. Taiwan does eSIM already, and they also only offer them with eSIMs now. Let's see. So if I compare this to the 15 Pro, it's 20% faster, 30% better battery life, or 30% better battery life. Fuck no. 30% faster GPU and 4 more hours of playback, which I do not believe this battery life for a single second. Like, this thing is going to consume battery life. They have the new C2 chip for 5G and Wi-Fi. But, like, if they're doing all this, why can't they bring back the airport routers? Like, well, yes, it better not crap out. I've had so many... I've had dropouts on that fucking phone. That is, like, of all the things, the 15 Pro Max was like my perfect iPhone. It had USB-C. It had the best camera system Apple had put on a phone. It had a big ass battery, the whole 9 yards. The Wi-Fi chip fucking sucks. Oh, look, another picture of a Saab broken down. Anyway. Comparing it to the 15 Pro, 20% faster. Titanium, which the 15 Pro also has, but the Pro model of the next phone doesn't have. I want to see a cutaway of this. They didn't do a cutaway to show the chipset because in the video it made it look like everything was packed up into the camera bump. Like, hello? Android has stayed stable. Yeah, but Pixels also shit themselves when it comes to performance after like a couple years. Like I have a Google Pixel 6 Pro. And, like, I had to get the Pro model of the Pixel 6 for it to actually remain performant for an extended period of time. And even now, to its credit, many years later, but even now, it has started to perform like ass. Like I try to film something or take a photo with it, and what used to be instant shutter is now like click, photo, and that's it. It's so bad now. So I've had to reset it, like, and before you say like try factory resetting it, 4 times I've had to factory reset that Pixel. And all I use it for now is travel, and I'm not going to have to anymore because I'm just buying an international phone and throwing 2 eSIMs on it. All right. On to the 17 Pro. Do they call it the Pro Max? They do still call it the Pro Max. Okay. All right, let's rip the Band-Aid off and do pricing. I want a Pro Max Apple Cards cashback banking. Dude, Apple Cards cashback is unironically like fantastic. $2,000. Would you like to buy a MacBook Pro or an iPhone with more storage than a base configuration MacBook Pro? I feel like they are shadow dropping the new chip by not showing a lot. Yeah, probably. Meanwhile, my S21 4 years later is running great. Well, yeah, that's because like Samsung takes Android and makes it their own for better and for worse, but I'll give them credit, generally more for worse. Or for better. Generally more for better, nowadays at least. $2,000, baby, $2,000. Yep, I can contest that I have a Google Pixel. Yeah, it's a burning mess. Yeah. I have an Oppo Find X5 Pro. How do you like it? I just get a PC build for that cost exactly. Exactly. So for me, in my case, I'm going to be trading in a 15 Pro Max. Bam. So that's $520. Yes, it's in good condition. So I'm paying $670 for my phone. Oh, actually, before we dive into the specs, I want to do something real quick because I told my wife I would just buy her phone, which is going to be like, so boom, view pricing. She'll probably want, knowing her, it'll be green or blue. She probably wants green, 256. And yeah, I could just do the math on it, but I want to just show it on screen. My wife's phone's gonna cost me $280. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Although I would get AppleCare, but like AppleCare works internationally, but they rely so much on third-party repair centers that I'm probably just gonna end up getting myself AppleCare, and like I'll let them decide later. All right, let's dive into what we got with the 17 Pro. So one of the things I will say that I'm noticing right off the bat, so because they went full aluminum again, well, first off, they've curved the edges, which they started doing with the 15 Pro, like around the sides, but just get her the Pro Max. She doesn't want the Pro Max. It's too big. She does not like big phones. Because I was going to recommend the Air to her if the Air was like the thing that they were going to get, and she didn't want it. She's like, nah, I don't need a bigger screen. She's rocking a 13 right now, and she would have bought the Mini if it weren't for the battery life. She's a simple woman, and she's tech savvy, but she hates doing it, which is, I love it. I love her for that. So you can get a 13-inch MacBook Air, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of storage with a student discount for $19 more. I assume you mean $19 more than the top cost of an iPhone 17 Pro. Yeah. Overheat. Yeah, I don't know. It's good, but I need to upgrade. Is 2022 is shitting the battery. Damn. All right. Well, so first thing I'm going to notice with this is that because they're going with aluminum again, they're doing the oh god. It's show and tell time because we're going to pull reference from older stuff. Give me a minute. I also need to get more coffee. Fuckers are wearing me out. I'm wearing myself out. I've come back with show and tell. We're going to break these down. I also got coffee with bits in it because my coffee maker fucking sucks. Okay. So the first thing I'm noticing with the design they've got going on here is that they're bringing back the built-in... the camera doesn't... Yeah, it kind of shows it. Kind of. They're bringing back the inbuilt... Come on, camera. The inbuilt antenna bands because I guess they're packing too much behind the glass for the aluminum to be viable. So they got that going on. And... Oh no, teacher Daddy Garrett. Oh man. You call me father, not daddy. Anyway, yeah, so they're doing the inbuilt antenna bands, although it looks like they actually wrapped the antenna bands around the plateau, as they called it, whereas like with the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 6s, they did that around the side, which... That actually started with the iPhone 4s and 4Ss where you had the little black bars on the edges of the bezel. Right there. Come on, camera. Yeah, right there. You can see the black bezel or black lines on the bezels. So they got that going on. The other thing, too, and this is... I hope I don't ruin the look of the iPhone, or if people like the look of the iPhone, I hope I don't ruin it for them, but I'm going to say this right now. The glass back that they're going with right now, right? They go with a glass section for the back for, I guess, wireless charging and other functions to pass through. Do you know what that reminds me of? And I specifically grabbed it to show it. It's not as ugly. It's not as first-gen feeling, but... It reminds me of how they put the antennas on the first-gen iPhone. Because they couldn't obviously get antennas... I'm not going to hold that over coffee. It literally reminds me of like how they couldn't get the antennas, like the radios, to show through... or to go through the aluminum, so they just put a black bar on the bottom to fit everything there. Like, that's what that reminds me of. So I'm sorry if you like that look. It's not a bad look, but that's what it reminded me of, is just that... dark spot. So let's... Oh, this was interactive the whole time? Oh my god. Oh, it was kind of interactive. Alright, so they got the... Yep. That was a massive piss take to make you pay for... To make you pay an arm and a leg. For which part? Wait, what am I looking at here? And also the same price for a MacBook Air, you can get an M4 Pro Mac Mini. M4 Pro Mac Mini, 64 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte. Yeah, no shit. That's crazy. And they do not skip out on software updates like they did in the past iPhone without giving you everything. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the shit's just packed up into the camera bump here. Vapor chamber. That is actually pretty cool. That is... I appreciate that on so many levels, considering my past experiences with the iPhone 15's heating, especially with me using it as a camera so much. The ceramic shield thing is such a fucking gimmick, whatever. Immersive. 6.9-inch Pro... No, what do they call it again? Oh, they wrote it here. Hold on. 6.9-inch Super Retina XDR display. What was the brightness on this again? Did they say what the brightness was on these displays? Do I get a text spec section? Nope. I'm too poor for that. Camera control. So it does have camera control, which I think Apple's just going to hold on to that forever. Which also means that the camera control that I have on my DJI Pocket 7F or 7P, whatever it's called, is like useless. Yeah. I will say, okay, so the action button. I'm going to switch over to the main camera for a second. Okay, so the action button, right? Mine has it. My phone has it. Right there. Right there. And I use it. I actually use it pretty regularly. I use it to pull up or Visual Intelligence, since Apple finally brought it to the iPhone 15s. But here's my question. Why Did Apple make the interface for navigating? Why did they make it look like it's coming off of like some Android phone with a skin? Like, why is this the interface for your action button when, like, if I go to just like, I don't know, let's change camera settings. I don't get a picture of the camera. Come on. I don't get pictures of the camera showing me what it does. I just get a checklist. Like, why? That is so bizarre to me. Anyway, let's go back. What'd you say there, Stormy? And that comes with student discount for Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro. I will say Final Cut Pro is one of the best pieces of software I've ever spent money on because I got upgraded from 10 to 11 after I bought Final Cut Pro back in 2012. Kind of gives you iPhone 6 vibes. Yeah, it does have that skeuomorphism to it, but it feels like when you're navigating through Windows 11 and come across a Windows like settings panel that hasn't been updated since like Windows NT. Like that's kind of what it feels like. So 8x optical zoom, 48 megapixels on all sensors, which actually is a pretty big deal. I do like that. So you got 200 millimeter for crazy zoom. You got 100, which is pretty standard. 48, which is, normal. 35, which is my preference. 28, which I shoot with more when I'm doing walk-around videos. 24, which is kind of dumb. And 13. And then you do have macro. Oh, Jesus, why do they have to use the same person for every That's like a jump scare. It's like, wow, beautiful. Even better. Wow, look at this environment. So much of the environment. Wow, there's 3 giant windows and the dynamic range is incredible. Even better dynamic range and a wide angle. Wow, that is kind of pushing it. God! Why? Fucking why? Stop. Stop the cap. Nope. Y'all see what I'm calling out right here? Maybe you can't see it super well. Right. Nope. Scroll back up. Just above my head. Wait. Camera. That. Y'all see that? No way. That's a Phillips head screw. There's no way in hell. Apple would never use Phillips heads. Apple would never use Phillips head screws in their phones. What the hell? Oh, man. All right. Well, anyway, now that I've called attention to a false advertisement in their render, which I'll end up eating crow if that actually turns out to be right. Jerry rig everything will probably prove me wrong. So 48 megapixel Fusion main camera, which gives you a 24 and 48 millimeter focal length with an f1.78 aperture. See, this is where I can talk like I know what I'm talking about, as well as a 2.44 micron quad pixel. Wait, what? 2.44 micron quad pixel, meaning each individual pixel is 1.22 microns? Fuck, okay. And then the main, or no, that's the ultra. What the hell? That was a really good catch. Thanks. All right. The 48 megapixel Fusion ultra wide camera gives you a 13 millimeter focal length and 0.5x macro. And that is a, oh no, that's not how macro works. It's 13 millimeters no matter how close you hold it, but it gives you a 0.5x macro. That's pretty cool. Let me see. f2.2 aperture, which is pretty reasonable. Also, you can get a fully loaded standard configuration iMac. Yeah, but don't buy an e-waste monitor. Do not buy an e-waste monitor. That's all those iMacs are nowadays, are just e-waste monitors. Like, you can't convert them into a display later. You used to have display pass-through with the iMac. That's literally how my Mac Pro is set up. My 2013 Mac Pro is running in display mode, or my 2013 trash can Mac Pro is running through a 2015 i5 iMac in display mode, display pass-through. So that is a 1.4 micron quad pixel, which gives you a 0.07 micron individual pixel. Jesus Christ. So it's like the Fusion main camera is the one that's like kind of like more light overall, and then you get these smaller pixels in here. Okay. And then a 100 to 200 millimeter focal length, f 2.8 aperture zoom. That's pretty cool. Mac monitors always been throwaway. Well, they haven't always been throwouts, because I know multiple people who still use old iMacs that had display pass-through. I know a lot of people who use them as monitors still. Because you just boot them up and leave them in that display mode and they'll stay there. It's a great function that they got rid of because people could just use their iMacs instead of throwing them away. They could just use them as monitors on other Macs. All right, I don't care about the photos as much. What I care about is the video function. Again, I think this center stage thing's pretty cool. Once again, with a student discount, you can get a base model Mac Studio. Yeah, you can. I bought a base model Mac Studio M1 Max for $2,000. Those things are great machines too. Yes, this is what I was talking about. Okay, so for video, right? This is actually really, really epic. So, also, I'm going to point something out here in a minute. But anyway, I got to read this in my narrator voice. From home movies to Hollywood productions, iPhone 17 Pro is up to any challenge. With more pro video features than ever, like enhanced video stabilization, cinema-grade specs, and compatibility with industry-standard workflows, iPhone 17 Pro puts powerful filmmaking tools within reach wherever you need them. Anyway, no, there are some cool features here that I am genuinely psyched for. So number one, I'm going to zoom in here again. Okay, so let's zoom in. All right, the picture on the furthest, the one, yes, the one, not the one directly above me, but the one to the left of the screen. Okay. A couple things. So they have Genlock on there, as well as a couple other control functions, which the built-in camera app actually shows, which is kind of impressive. But no, that's the Final Cut Pro app, isn't it? I think that has to be the Final Cut Pro. That's not the built-in camera app, is it? Fuck no, that's not the built-in camera. That's the Final Cut app. So number one, they're in the Final Cut app. So they have manual, and everything you see turned on yellow is on automatic, right? Or not automatic, is on manual. So they're locked in portrait mode. They are locked at a manual focus of 0.8. They are also locked in at 160 ISO with a 1/60 shutter speed. And they're locked in at 3200 Kelvin for the lighting color. So they've got all that going on. I see 4.2K as their recording resolution, which is okay, we'll see what that's about in a minute. But I'd like to point out they're recording in ProRes RAW HQ up in the top of the screen there. ProRes RAW HQ. And they're not even remotely going to entertain the idea that you're recording that onto the internal storage. Right at the very bottom, it says SSD. That means they are recording it straight onto an SSD. They're not even going to bother putting that shit onto your internal storage, which is absolutely hilarious. Okay, and now we'll zoom out a bit more. This is, let me go back to 100%. No, not 90, 100%. So now the thing now that's directly, we'll put that on the left now. This, ProRes RAW settings. This is actually what I was super excited for, because you can, like, the benefit to ProRes is an extremely high bitrate, flat color profile footage type that you can go in and do a lot of changes and color grading to in the whole 9 yards. I love that. But when you go into RAW, you can go in and you can adjust the ISO range. You can adjust the exposure bias. You can change color temperature. You can change the tint. You can change so many different things right out of Final Cut Pro after the footage has been recorded. Meaning that if you slightly overexpose, or in most cases underexpose, because you generally want to lean more towards underexposure just in case, you can always bring back detail from the dark, but you can't bring back detail from blown out highlights. That is actually a genuine benefit. Now the Genlock thing is kind of dumb, I think. Timecode support is nice. I like timecode support because you can actually like lock in a time for each camera, and that gives you the benefit of like, oh, I can go ahead and make sure that everything's locked in without having to manually sync it later. That's fine. I don't like the Pro Dock thing. Does Blackmagic have that available on their website now? What is introducing Deck Link? Oh, okay. I know what that is. I don't. Let's see. Products. These are all just their cameras. I don't know if they have it up yet. Doesn't look like it. What is it called again? Blackmagic Camera Pro Dock. Well, that's the camera app. Final Cut Camera 2.0. Am I actually going to want to... Is this one that I'm actually going to want to download? Maybe it will be. I guess we don't have that yet. Okay. Well, it was a good thought. Let's go. So we've got 4K 120 Dolby Vision. That's pretty cool. I am curious, though, because they showed 4.2K recording resolution. So what do we have for video recording? Are they not going to tell us? Seriously? Seriously? That's it? We don't get a resolution? Because this... Okay. This image shows 17 by 9 4.2K at 30 FPS. And they didn't speak once about the camera, like raw camera resolution. Am I crazy? What? Am I crazy about this? You don't have to answer the crazy part as a general statement. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. The A19 Pro, yeah, 40% better. All right, let's look at over the 15 Pro Max. All right, 4 more hours of video playback, 10 more hours of... Wait, what? Oh, no, 10 more hours of video playback on the 17 Pro Max. Okay, fair enough. 50% faster and 20% faster for GPU and CPU. Huh. All the must-haves. All right, we're at the bottom. I am actually, like, genuinely surprised that they didn't give us... Like, they didn't give us a video recording spec. Because that's the only thing that I see so far in that picture is that it's, you know, you're looking at, what, a little bit over 4K, but it's recording at 17 by 9, so, like... What are we working with? I'm curious now. No other hints. Literally no other hints. No shot. Really? I'm actually like... Huh. Big catch on what the pick was, right? Well, like, because I'm looking at the Final Cut Studio app, or Final Cut Pro app, which I'm going to download right now because I'm curious. Do we get a 2.0 of this? Oh, no. Final Cut Camera. Are we on Final Cut Camera 2.0 now? Nope, we're still on 1.2. So I guess 2.0 comes out later. I'm not going to download it until it's out because I don't use it enough. I use Blackmagic more. But yeah, 4.7K at 17 by 9. So you can do the 17 by 9 aspect ratio. And I guess in this case, they're recording 17 by 9, but vertical. But yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Like, that's weird. Nothing else about the camera's raw recording resolution. And I don't think they mentioned it at all. But yeah, so I'm probably going to go with, like, I don't think I'm going to do Cosmic Orange because I don't want to look like I'm carrying around a, life preserver chunk in my back pocket. So it'll either be silver or it'll be deep blue since we didn't get black. I'm just going with 256 because I don't remember the last time I've actually recorded anything serious on the direct storage of my iPhone. Like anytime I do pickup shots for my YouTube, anytime I do pickup shots for reviews where I miss something and I'm not getting my equipment out, I'm just filming it on my phone. I always do that. You don't want an Agent Orange iPhone? No, I don't want an Agent Orange iPhone. No. But I am surprised. Like, video resolution. There's gotta be something. Like, I'm sure CNET is, the most trusted of all. They've already got an article typed up for this shit, but nothing about it. I like how Google's AI is like, it records in 8K, and it's like, how do you know this? What are your sources? What the hell are your sources? 8K video recording. What is this source? Oh, gee. It's a Semantic Tech video from August 15th, 2025. Google, you are literally the gamer R word. Biggest battery yet. First look. When is this? 33 minutes ago. This is relevant. Excuse me. 3,000 nits is actually pretty impressive for a display, and I assume it goes down pretty low as well. Oh, this is the 17. I want the 17 Pro. God damn it, CNET. All right. 9 to 5 Mac 2 hours ago. Man, this internet, huh? Yeah, that's... Alright, well, anyway. Dubai. No carrier locks. Apple Care. Monthly. It's not bad. iPhone Orange mod back. Okay, here we go. Is this just the 17? It's just the 17. God damn it. That's 1 day ago. That's an hour ago. 9 to 5 Mac. There we go. 17 Pro. That loaded up like super quick. On the video side, records ProRes RAW capture and Genlock support. So nobody knows. Nobody knows what the recording quality of this thing's going to be because Apple didn't say it. But they show in their own clip that it's like above 4K in the Final Cut Pro. That's just so weird. That's really weird. Huh. I don't know. I guess we'll have to look at that later when people start getting it, including myself. Pre-orders. So I'm going to mark this in my calendar. So pre-order for this starts the... Are they all the 12th? Are they all the 12th or is it staggered? Oh my... Okay. I did not realize the 17 and 16 look the same. Literally the same. Wait. Oh, I can't make the colors match on the main page, otherwise that would be hilarious. I haven't paid attention to iPhones too recently, aside from mine when I did my long-term review, so like Alright, so these are... Okay, they're all on the 12th, so it's not a staggered release, unless the Air comes out late. When's the Air come out? Also the 12th. Also the 12th. Also the 12th. Alright. So I will put that in my calendar. Yeah. All right. Neat. Okay. When would they be delivered then? What is the delivery date? Pre-orders on the 12th, available starting the 19th. Okay. All right, cool. We're going to set that for midnight. Right? Yeah, midnight and iPhone pre-orders. I'm going to set the alarm to go off earlier. Alert a day before. Yeah, because I'll have to stay up late that night. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to wrap this up for the stream. This was a long one once I actually managed to get, fucking back on stream after Google bent me over. Oh, Google Daddy, I'm sorry. I was watching something. I was a bad boy. All right. Yep. You can make them look the same on the comparison. No, you can't. Really? Oh, don't tease me like that. Oh, compare. Oh, no. All right, I'm going to put the 17 in the middle. 16. Wait, no, you can make him look even more the same. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. But that is a bigger screen. If you really squint, you can see that the bezels are thinner. Oh no, that's so bad, Apple. Like, my fundamentals of design OCD is like I can see a slight shade difference, but there's no defending that. 15. Wait. Let's go. Oh, I might. Don't you talk to me or my son ever again. The OG vertical dual cameras. Oh. Actually, no, wait. I can do this. I can make it better. There we go. Now they're all the same size. It's the vertical standing evolution chart of the iPhone. Although I have them backwards. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Where it began and where we are now. It's even worse for the 13 and 14. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me this. Is it? And in 11 and 12? Oh, why are you guys making me do this? No, okay, no, the camera bump is the camera bump bigger? I think the camera bump is slightly bigger. Maybe. No, it's not the same because this is a squared off and this is a rounded edge. I will give them credit on that. The Apple multiverse. The multiverse is open, sir. All the iPhones look the same. Oh, God. Oh, that is sad. Oh, that is so sad. I like... Oh, where is it? Nope, not the Max. I clicked on the Max twice. I like that. They look the same. No, he's saying... No, I was saying I had the 12, and they were doing vertical camera evolution. Oh, the 12. Yeah, it would be... What was it? We started with the 10. We went to the 10S. Then we went to the 11 vertical. And then we went to the 12 vertical. And then we went to the 13. And they decided to, droop a little bit, which is natural. Things droop. Things don't hang evenly. It's okay. And then, we stayed that way for the 14. And then the 15. And then with the 16. Because suddenly we have to care... Because suddenly we have to care so deeply about spatial video that we moved them back to where they're supposed to be. And then 17. Whatever. I'm going to wrap this up. man, that was an event, and that was something. I don't think I'm gonna check. I'm pretty sure my guideline strike is just gonna stay. Yeah, I mean it expires December 8th, so I just got to be careful. So we'll probably do a very, I would say we'll do a gentle Funny Friday where I'm gonna try and not get anything claimed. Probably focus on photos and maybe not so much videos, or leave the video volume tanked just to be safe. But that was not what I wanted to have happen during the stream, but it happened anyway. But hey, anyway, I appreciate everybody coming by. This was we had a ton of people show up today. This was a lot. How many did we have? I think our peak was like, what, 12 people watching, which was kind of wild. And the monetization was off. Fuck yeah! No money made on this stream. That's okay. That's whatever. But yeah, all right, cool. Well, thank you all for swinging by, and I really appreciate you all swinging by. Yeah, gentle. As gentle as it can be, thank you. But all right, cool, guys. I will see you all later. Bye-bye. You're right, shout-out time! I forgot. Huge thanks to the Army of Steel. I'm still new to the fan funding thing. Sorry. Yeah, I'm still new to the fan funding thing. So Army of Steel shout out, $3 a month if you want. I'm gonna be adding wallpapers as a tier or as a benefit soon as well. But anyway, huge shout out to them. Thank you for everything. Bye bye.